President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni yatongoza manifesto egenda omutwala mu buyinza 2026 2031 era ng'eno yegitongoleza ku Speak Resort e Munyonyo era nga ya highlightinze byagenda okutandikirako singa abeera alondeddwa mu kalulu kano akajja. President Museveni yakafugira Uganda emyaka 39 agenda kweza mwaka gwa 40 ng'ali mu ntebe ya Uganda gye yakwata mu 1986 oluvannyuma lw'okulwana mu nsiko emyaka 6 era nga yalina abantu byalwana nabo, abamu baafa, abamu ku ssaawa eno bakyaliwo, ne kati nga kino ekisanja aluubira kisanja kya 7 okulaba nga atwala Uganda mu maaso. Bano abakulembeze abeesimbyewo ku bukulembeze bw'eggwanga Uganda abasinga batongoza manifestos zaabwe. Twalabyeko His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi yatongoza manifesto ye era nga no yagitongoleza Jjinja, ate nga omukulembeze gwanga aliko Yoweri Kaguta Museveni eye yagitongoleza wano mu Kampala ku Speak Resort Hotel Munyonyo. Ngenda kuba nkubuulira biki byagenda okuteekako essira singa abeera alondeddwa ku bukulembeze bw'eggwanga Uganda. Omwaka oguwedde ekisanja kino kirugenda okuba oluku mu mutwe ekya 2021-2026. Ono yawangwira ku bitundu byali 56 era nga Robert Kyagulanyi yawangwira ku bitundu 35. Kale nno Museveni aluubirwa okulaba nti nno ataddamu okwenywereza mu buyinza mu Uganda yaffe gye yakafugira emyaka 40. So bino bye bitonotono byagenda oba yeno manifesto ye byagenda okutandikirako singa abeera azzeemu okulembera Uganda. Museveni ng'ali ku mulamwa ogugamba protecting the gains as we make a qualitative leap into high middle income status. So mu bufunze yeno manifesto ye era gye yatongoza zino ze zimu ku nsonga z'akulembeza singa abeera alondeddwa ku bwa president. Ensonga esooka ya peace and security. Peace and security yataddewo okulaba nti nno ayongera obukuumi oba ayongera okunyweza eddembe saako n'okweyagalira mu Uganda. Era wano ndaba strengthen security, maintain internal peace, deal with crime, theft, enforce discipline among security institutions, ensure protection of property and life. Eyokubiri eri development and infrastructure, build, improve roads, electricity, ICT, schools, hospitals, more infrastructures, generally ensure social infrastructure meet the needs. Eyokusatu, wealth creation and job creation. Create jobs by better utilizing arable land, involve more household in the money economy, value addition, industrialization, help people move from subsistence to commercial agriculture, tools to reduce unemployment among graduates. Endala, education. Recruit a large number of new teachers, improve teacher-to-pupil ratio, reform curriculum to emphasize skills, science, technology, and vocational training, build or operationalize new universities, Igi, Bunyoro, Busoga, improve school infrastructure. Endala, health. Expand services, maternal and reproductive health disease prevention, for example, malaria, digitalization, for example, e-health system, improve diagnostic capacity, that is AMRI and X-rays, improve mental health service. Government, justice and equity. Zero tolerance for corruption, reform in land administration, stronger institution, decentralization, accountability, maintain rule of law, regional and international integration, support for East African political federation, single currency, elimination of non-tariff barriers, expanding regional markets for Ugandan products. Zezo era wano ku key points oba targets mulimu increase PDM parish development model funding for greater Kampala parishes to 300 million per parish, recruit 49,406 new teachers, progressive salary enhancement for civil servants including art teachers, expand ICT social services, diagnostic health capacity, etc., ensure every adult Ugandan participate in producing goods and services, monetize economy, more wholly double the size of the economy over the manifesto. So byebyo byagenda okulaba nti nno ateekako essira era nga woolaba wano yabadde ayogerako eri abantu abazze ku mukolo omuli ebikonge bya NRM, omuli abantu beyabadde okutongoza manifesto ye okulaba nti nno gyagenda okutambulirako mu kalulu kano akajja. So katumale okulira ku bigambo bye ate tulabe naawe ojajinge okusinziira ku myaka gino gy'amaze ng'afuga n'ekisanja kiri ekiwedde biki ebituukiddwako na biki ebibuzeeyo byagenda okutandikirako mu kisanja kino ekiri okubindabinda ekya 2026 2031. Uliza obubaka buno nze nkusiibulidde wano.
I have got 7 points which are what Secretary General Todwong and Byarahanga talked about. What the NRM has given to Uganda has first of all been peace. Peace to the country. No war and security. This has been ensured by you people, the Wananchi, and the UPDF. So this is number one. This is number one gain. Number two, development, meaning development of social infrastructure like schools and health centers, the details which they put there, and also economic infrastructure. They are all there in the manifesto. The roads, the railway, the airways, they are all covered. Development covers infrastructure mainly, economic infrastructure, and social infrastructure. So that is number two. Number three is wealth creation. You, the leaders, you should really know that to strengthen the NRM more and durably, you must do what we in the student movement did in the 1960s when we started the campaign in the cattle corridor. That's why I used to invite you to come to Rwakitura. Because that cattle corridor, the people were very, very backward. They were nomadic, poor houses and so on. They had cows, but they had no value. And then we had to solve the issue of what enterprise can they do that will give them income. Now you see how they are. They have money. They have built very good houses, as you can see. Number 4, jobs. Jobs. Where do jobs come from? Jobs come from wealth. Yes, there are a few public service jobs, but those are not enough for all the people of Uganda. The bigger number of jobs is from the private sector. And when people, but how does the private sector create jobs? You create wealth. The wealth is yours, your personal wealth. But in the process, you create jobs. Then number 5, service delivery. Service delivery. Meaning healthcare, security, crime prevention, education, transport, all those are services. And Todwong and Wiarang have talked about them. So you, the leaders, you need to be clear about all this. Now, number 6 is market. Because when you are explaining to the population, they need to know what we all need to do, what is needed to be done. Because political disagreement is caused by wrong assumptions and lack of information. If people don't know where jobs come from, then they blame the government. We have no jobs. And yet he himself can create jobs, he himself, the one who is blaming the government. The government should be blaming him. But why are you not creating jobs? Why are you just idling around? You have the capacity. Now, number 6 is market. This is what Todong was talking about. If we produce the way we are producing now, all these eggs, all the milk, all the what, who will buy all this? The internal market is there, but it's not enough. Now that leads us to East Africa. So therefore, in our politics, the whole population must be explained that, please, you people are telling you about tribes, Fengabaganda, Fengabanankole, we are Choris, we Abasoga, what? Please, that language is the language of enemies. Now, finally, number 7, strategic security. How can Africa guard itself against all threats? Africa was in danger when we were colonized. Other countries which were colonized, the people were exterminated. If you go to America now, the people they call Americans now are not the original Americans. They are Europeans who came and took the land of the Indians. They are the ones we call Americans now. Africans survived because we don't die easily. To a miracle. But we cannot again make a mistake of being weak. So therefore, when it comes to army, having a strong army, strong economy, that's why we believe in East African integration, both economically and politically. And that's why we talk of the East African Federation. Now, the knowledge economy is being driven by our children, our grandchildren. I took a picture with them there. But funded by the government. On that Chira effort, we have spent $120 million. But we need another $143 million to fully complete it, so that we produce 10,000 vehicles per year, 10,000 buses. Now we're discussing it today in the cabinet. And we're saying, once a product is already put forward, why don't the public of Uganda come and buy shares in that factory so that they also own it, but also contribute to the capital? Because now all the capital is coming from the government. But I want to use this occasion to invite the private sector. There is one good boy called Magora. Show us Magora's things. Our people have discovered medicines we are going to save the world from so many problems. Have discovered medicine for cancer. Those are the scientists. Those are the scientists. All those are our grandchildren. There, the Chira one. So when you hear us say that Uganda's economy is going to be 500 billion in the next few years, instead of the present 66 billion, it is because of what I have told you here. The value addition, the diversification, now the knowledge economy. This knowledge economy, the economy based on science. Now, ABC. C, in this Kisanja, this coming term, there are a number of mass issues that affect the masses, which you, the leaders, must deal with. Number one, poverty and jobs. You must get rid of poverty in these villages through PDM. And it's very easy. Umwavu nazara abavu. A poor person produces poor people. What sort of society are you building up? And the leaders don't concentrate on that. They are talking about other things. This is really a betrayal. So therefore, number one, wealth and jobs in the homes. And the solutions are there. PDM is there. Emiogo is there. The job of we, the leaders, is Okurondora, to follow up, arrest the thieves who are stealing this money. Please, let's not have poor people in the villages. Let's use government programs to get people out of poverty. They can get out of poverty. Because I saw it in the cattle corridor. I saw it myself. We did it. Now the second one, under C, is health, theft of drugs. The other part of health is working very well, the immunization is doing very well, but the theft of drugs. Number three, crime, police and judiciary, corruption. Number four, free education. Biarhanga talked about it. We must ensure that the children now, in order to see the catastrophe, these people who have been suppressing our program of free education. Then the other issue, number five, are the roads. The roads, some of the roads are good, but some are in a bad situation. The tarmac roads, there was some under budgeting which crept in and bad planning. Some of the tarmac roads have not been repaired in time, like the one of Museveni'S Fort Portal, Museveni'S Mitiana, even the one of Bunduwijo, even the one of, we have identified those roads. We are now going to work on them. But the problem was bad planning in the Ministry of Works, but also bad budgeting. The pressures you bring must have a new district. Now. We must have a city status. Now, what is the point of having Fort Portal city, but the road to the city is in a bad situation. What planning is that? Even my people in Kabale now have been putting pressure on having Kabale city. But we have the road from Muhanga, Rwamchuchu, Kisizi, Kebsoni, Rubari, not worked on. Why can't we agree? Because a good road covers everybody. Land grabbing, I'm glad somebody talked about it. I heard somebody talking about it. Land grabbing. We're going to fight that. That is now C. C. Now D is irrigation. Irrigation. Now finally, E. E, I want to talk about the youth, our youth. They are very bad people in newspapers like the Monitor, of course, from international, who give messages to our young people which need to be helped. They try to make our young people only concentrate on pleasure, ebinyumo, chi. Now, I want to inform you that the one who is standing here is a former younger person. See, we are young. And we like, once in a while, we would go to ebinyumo, to dance, to so on and so forth. Because, you know, I'm also a rapper. The other day I was rapping. But at the same time, we had to struggle for our people. Because that time, the whole of Mozambique was under colonial rule. The whole of Angola was under colonial rule. Zimbabwe, South Africa itself, Namibia. So, if we had just concentrated on pleasure, which is what some of these people push our young people towards, where would we be? If you go to South Africa now, I hear there are 1 million Ugandans in South Africa. When did they go to South Africa? After we, the young devotees, had liberated it with Mandela. That's when they go there to enjoy and plan bad things from South Africa. These opposition groups. They don't struggle, they just want to go and enjoy, but also spoil. So therefore, the young people, please, young is biology, but you need ideology. We are young here. And we were together with Mwalimu, who was older than us. Mwalimu was like in his almost 50s that time. We were with Mandela. Young, but working with elders who had the same ideas as ours. So, you are young, but where do you stand ideologically for Africa? Because we are saying, number one, love Uganda. Other people say, no, don't love Uganda, love your tribe. Know how to be ready to protect this country. Because we are talking of defending the gains and taking a qualitative leap. But it must be done by the young people who must know what they are doing. Fortunately, I have all these groups. I have the Generation X in my house, in my nuclear group. I have the Gen Z. So please, our young people should not be misled by, I think these are, if you read the articles in the Monitor, that Monitor is an enemy paper. Their job is to to soften Africa. Of course, you remember they were promoting homosexuality. You remember? Yeah. Those groups. So they want to destroy Africa culturally by rendering our children to be disoriented. We must have young people who work, who create wealth. Yes, they can have pleasure, but pleasure must be with or after work. So with these few words, it's now my pleasure to do what?